Hey, what's up guys? I'm back here, latter part of the day. I have an 03, March of 03 built 6.0. It's got 46,000 miles on it. Looks pretty clean, undersides, rusted to hell. This is an early 03 with the first 6.0. You can see it's got the EGR throttle body and everything. We got dual alternators on this. Apparently the guy bought it, sits in his driveway, and he just uses to plow snow. So the beginning part, latter part of 02, beginning part of 03, you know, we had the 7.3 in it. And then after that we had this. So this 6.0, although they look the same, there's a few things that are different. The turbocharger's different. The EGR system's different. The intake manifold is different. The charger cooler stuff is different. And the high pressure oil system and injectors are different. As you can see right now, here's the glow plug module. That's where the ICP sensor usually is, down there, right there on that valve cover. Well, the ICP sensor is on the high pressure oil pump down over here. On 03s, the IPR and ICP are back here in a cast iron pump cover with a junk crappy aluminum pump. Then in 04, when the 6.0s came out, they had still a cast iron cover junk pump, but they had updated oil manifolds and different injectors. And then 05 came and you got an aluminum pump cover and a cast iron pump with a snap to connect fitting. I don't know if you guys seen on the internet people having high pressure oil leaks at their snap to connect fitting down on the high pressure oil pump, but that's the most current and the last change that was done to the 6.0 high pressure oil system. So that would be the one that I would want. I don't really care for these first model high pressure oil systems too much. I've had bad luck with pumps, and it's just a pain in the ass when you got an air leak test and whatnot. I mean, it can be done. It's just, I'd rather have the ICP sensor port right here to help me do the air leak test than have to take a valve cover off or jump down into what I'm about to do just to do an air leak test to come find out that my leak's on this side, you know? So what this truck came in for is a check engine light, saying it was stalling, starting right back up. Right now, the valve position sensor in the EGR valve is reading 0 volts at KEO. A normal closed good EGR valve should be like 0.79 to 0.8 volts. That's what I would be expecting to see. Although we could have a wiring issue or a PCM issue, the computer. I've done way more EGR valves than I have those two, so I'm going to have to go ahead and say that this valve's probably stuck and there's something wrong with the valve position sensor inside. The other problem we have is the ICP sensor, which is down over there. It is leaking oil up through the sensor and into the electrical connector and is basically shorting everything out. And it too should be reading some voltage, KEO, and I'm sorry, KOEO. I always say it the other way. Key on, engine off. This was reading 0 volts, and it should be reading anywhere from 0.15 volts to 0.24 volts. Key on, engine off. So these are the parts we're using. I have a wiring harness connector kit. I've already went ahead and crimped on the new butt terminals. It comes supplied with a little bit of grease I've already used, and put in the new ICP sensor. This is the connector, the ICP sensor we're using. And then this is a new remanufactured, I've already put some lube on it, EGR valve. This is an 03 part number, part number you'd use for an 03 6.0. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this apart and kind of show you what you got to do to take out the ICP sensor and connector and the EGR valve. So, alright you guys. I've already drained the cooler. Got my lines disconnected. Take this air cleaner out. to cut this zip down. Whole assembly comes out way easier than trying to take it out in halves in the truck. Take out this degas bottle. Just give me a little more room and then I'm not fighting it. You got two 8mm bolts, hold them in up top. I'm going to take off this air snorkel. Got an 8mm and a couple of 10mm. Oh, somebody's been in here. See, is it an 11? Yep. Give it a little pry. Okay, next we're going to yank this fickum. Other people were asking me in my last video what kind of snap-on light I have. I bought 2 of them. This is one I use like when I'm doing interior work. It's a little cleaner. You know, I'd rather not mess up somebody's $100,000 RV with some stupidness. And then I got my dirty one that I use all the time. It's got 2 settings. Charges just like your phone, anybody's smartphone, other than Apple. Oscillates. Pretty strong magnet. I'm trying to pull up on it. Pretty strong. So that's the light. I just got this Streamlight one too. Pretty cool. Chrome, rechargeable. I'm done replacing the batteries, so enough with the lights. I got work to do. Yank the stick 'em out. With the 13. Try to be careful when you're taking the fickum out because there's some rubber grommets that they like to snap out kind of when you can't find them. You got 3 connectors under here. Just gotta squeeze the tabs and don't be a sissy. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. Okay, we gotta maneuver that out of the way. Alright, there's a stud in here. A stud on the back of the intake bolt, you can see right there. We gotta take that off. Now I've had problems with this stud trying to spin because it gets real rusty like. So I'm gonna hit it with some jizz right quick. Alright, let's see what I can come up with. Let me put the shallow on. Alright, let's try the shallow. I'm on it. Okay, gonna have to do that one by hand. You just can't get a good bite. You just can't get a good bite. Whew. That was a bilirubin. Yeah, we're going to remove, I'm taking the nut off the stud, and I'm going to remove this ground wire, just like scissor, and then I'm going to accidentally just crush my nut, no problem. I'm going to take this rear intake bolt out. Come on, baby. We've never been out before. Okay, intake bolt out. Alright, well this is where it helps having small hands. I'm going to try to light up my work area so you guys can kind of see where I'm trying to go at. I don't know if that does it any justice. Maybe that's better. That's a little better, I guess. Alright, so there's two connections back here. I got to take off the IPR valve connector, and then I have to take this little like sheath off the ICP harness. I'm going to kind of try to pull this back so I can get to the connector. Okay, can you see that connector down in there at all? Can you kind of see that connector? Okay, I got to take that connector off right there. Okay, I'm going to try to pop this off. So I got to finagle my hand in here with the harness and try to get it off. So I got it off. Okay, you can see this is just all oil soaked, guys. Just look at this, just all oil soaked. Look at how much oil's on this connector. Look at that. It's just all shorted out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some surgery. I'm gonna cut all this open. I'm gonna splice in a new harness, or a pigtail I should say. But right now I'm gonna go after that ICP sensor. I'm gonna show you guys how I take that out. I got a custom, I had to chop it down. I got a custom Craftsman, 27 milli. See that right there, 27 milli, 12 point. I had to shave it down. You guys can kind of see where it looks like it's been cut. You know, it wasn't made like that. So that's what I use to do this particular job. 1/2 inch drive, believe it or not. Get my pad. All right. So I kind of do a little like this. I'm just gonna pretty much just try to fish it down in here onto the ICP sensor, just like that, just like that. All right. All right. Right now I'm on the ICP sensor. Now it's just the part of cracking it loose. Okay, got it. So instead of taking the turbo off, I'd much rather remove and replace the ICP sensor like this. I've had to do it on a wait. Customer waiting. The engine was hot. That pretty much sucked. It was a summer day. I remember that vividly, but it can be done. And I just come using my first finger and my middle finger, and I'm just basically twisting it out. And it's almost at the end. There it is. Alright, you guys. Here's the ICP sensor. And I tore a glove. By golly. This is the original one that came in this truck. You can see the oil. It's all, let me get my light out. It's all just all oil filled, all shiny in there. So I'm gonna put the new one in real quick. You guys can see that. I already put some grease down in there because it ain't gonna happen when it's in there. So put it in now before I put the sensor in. Putting it in the same way it came out. Just gonna try to see with my hands. Yeah, you got it started. Put the socket and an extension back on, fish it back down over here. Boom, shakalaka laka, ooh ah ah. It's on. Okay, just tighten it. Okay, it's tight. Give it a good snizzug. Boy. Double up. Good to go. Alright, ICP sensor is in. Now, I guess I'll get this out of the way. Now we're going to do the connector. And the connector I can bring up here. Kind of position myself here so it's not springing back on me. So this is going to be my wiring repair. Okay, I got my tools. That's what I use. This is what I use. I dig it. Razor blade. Just gonna cut these few pieces of tape. Ugh. Ah, somebody's replaced this already. I was gonna say these should not be purple. I don't know what the hell this guy used. This shit's fucking nasty, bro. Ugh. Ugh. We're gonna redo this. Oh shit, I might as well just cut this bug right here. Boom, be done with it. Boom. Alright, get back to the original wires. Peel them boys back. That's what I'm talking about. See you later. Look at this. Just garbage, man. Ugh. Clean my paws. Clean these bad lads off. Oh yeah. Let's make them even. Let's make them even Steven. Even Steven. Just what I thought. That oil's made the insulation all rubbery. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we're going to start with the blue one. We're going to start with the blue circuit. I call it the blue circuit because there's blue in it. Or it looked at blue at one time in its life. Okay, I'm going to start with the circuit that's got the red in it. That would be this guy here. One strand. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna heat shrink all of them. This is my torch I use. Power probe. Now cook it up. Cook it up. Just like that, you guys. Give me a shout out. Has anybody ever done this repair before? Has anybody put an ICP sensor in a 6.0? I've had to do this same repair on a 7.3. That same part number for the connector and the ICP sensor is actually the same for the 7.3. That sensor would work just as well in here as it would in 7.3. But you can't put the other 6.0 sensor in this one. It will not like that. I have had it, but it don't like it. So I'm gonna just go tape that up. Got some tape here. Some good harness tape. Escape hybrid recall. Not escape hybrid, just escape recall tape. Like 13 escape recall. Get these taped up all nice. I think it's about good. Go like that. I'll put this guy back on. Now this was the original recall tape for the 6.0 when it first came out. I still got a few dozen rolls. I'm going to use that to tape this back up. And I'll leave it like it was. No problem. And then you slide the sheath back over just like that. I'm going to push that onto the ICP sensor once I get it connected. So I kind of push it in here, leave it clocked like I need it, and slide it on. Sometimes I've had to use a screwdriver to push on the sensor electrical connector because I just couldn't get it connected. I stick my hand in there, feel where the locating tab is, so it's kind of like at the 4 o'clock position. So I'm going to try to put that in there. What I would think would be the 4 o'clock position. Yep, lo and behold, it went right in. Now I just got to pop it on. Usually, it doesn't work like that. You would think I would have had that set up, but sometimes you really got to fight with it, man. It can be a pain in the dick. So I slid that little that heat shield over onto the ICP sensor. I just connected the IPR valve electrical connector. Now on the reverse removal process. I'm gonna put that intake stud back in. Screw that guy back down. Give it a good snug. Should be like 8.5 foot-pounds. That feels about 8.5 foot-pounds to me. Put the ground back down. Put the nut back on. Tighten the 10 back down. Get me a connector locating tab on there. Alright, that looks good, you guys. That looks really good. Thick 'em. See what I mean about that? I didn't even notice. It was stuck on there. We're only missing one. Boom. On there. I'm gonna spray just a little bit of silicone. Spray just a little bit of silicone just right here. Get these connectors to snap in. Done a lot of thickums. These modules are about $750. If you're gonna replace one, I'm gonna tell you right now, do yourself the favor and do not buy it on the internet, because you're gonna wind up having to replace it again. So you might as well just replace it once and get the one that is supposed to be on here. So the studs go in the front, bolts go in the back. A couple of 13s. A couple of 13s, and you're gonna be singing zippity doo dah out your ass. Okay. Last, we got the air snorkel. Put that guy back on. Got my 10 mil. Got my 11 mil. Get my light. Get my 10. Got it. Eleven. Coming at you. Lastly, your 8 mil for the snorkel here. Alright, you guys know how all this shit goes back together. I want to move on to the EGR valve. So, I mean, fuck it. I'm almost here. I'll just snap this shit back on. Just get it on. Oh wait, I gotta put the air filter in there too. Alright, EGR valve. So the EGR valve is right up here. I'm gonna disconnect this connector so I can get a little better access to it. A couple of 8 mils, 8 mil bolts, boom, boom. Let's see if I can zip it out. I don't need this long. All right. That's one. That's two. Done a lot of EGR valves too. Okay, now to get these things out, this is what I do. There's a couple of ears on this valve. I kind of use some existing fixtures. I'm kind of prying against this elbow and the foot that's on here, just to get it loose. Now I can, wiggle it in its bore. So now it's just a matter of trying to get it up. Kind of turn it back in here. Got it. Look at this valve. Oof. Ugh. It's not as clogged up as I thought, but there's got to be something wrong with the valve position sensor inside here. That's pretty nasty. I'm gonna check this bore. Check this bore out. Looks freaking clean. All right, we'll put this new valve in. So here's the new valve. Gonna go ahead and pop that boy in like that. I put these in just like this, just gentle. It's not metal. I'm just persuading it in. That's it.